Silly Glen. Glen's being silly again. I love you, Glen! What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be checking out Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell. This will be my very first time reacting to both of them. Don't know Glen, seen Sydney in Euphoria, but that's about it. Now, for those of you who are new here, I'm a communication skills coach. I help all different types of people with their communication skills. And on this YouTube channel, what I do is I look at all different types of people's conversations, interviews, and presentations, and I give you my thoughts. So we're gonna look at this video and I'll give you my thoughts. Let's get into it.
Sydney Sweeney discovered. I auditioned a bunch. I mean, I started when I was 12. I auditioned for everything you could possibly imagine, and then finally, Everything Sucks and Sharp Objects and HBO happened when I was like 19, and that kind of helped catapult, and then I did Handmaid's Tale and Euphoria.
Straight to the top.
Yeah, they seem to really be in sync, huh? Like their chemistry is like shooting off the screen here, very palpable. And she seems to be looking at him more than she's looking at like the camera and the production team. Almost like they're in kind of their own world together.
Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones. Okay. Yeah, I shot a really cool music video for their song "Angry."
Just hair flipping down Sunset Boulevard.
I called you and I was like, guess what I'm doing? Shutting down Sunset.
They asked me first, actually.
Oh,
I was
unavailable.
But she seems like a pretty normal person. Like it doesn't feel like she's really performative with her communication, which I kind of like, and I think that makes her more relatable in a way. Like the fact that she's kind of in her own world with Glen here, I feel like we get to see like more of a real side to her as opposed to like her speaking directly to the camera and like putting it on and having these scripted responses. Like it doesn't feel that way. It feels very natural, and perhaps Glen brings out that side in her and allows her to feel a little bit more silly and goofy and natural.
Oh, I'm holding yours, I think.
Are you holding mine?
Glen Powell.
It's me. Oh, you peel. Where was Glen Powell born? Austin, Texas. Favorite place on the planet. I was born and raised there. The family's there. Texas Longhorns there. Going to the playoffs.
Like, this guy is just like saying random normal shit, like Texas Longhorns, playoffs, and she's like giggling like a little girl, you know?
Texas Longhorns there. Going to the playoffs.
No, he seems like very polished, like media trained. And I'm not saying she's not polished. Perhaps she is very polished, but he certainly seems like he's got like that performative angle down when he communicates. Very clear, very well spoken, articulate, makes sure to look at the camera, right? Wants to be engaging with the audience, like he's aware of that. Whereas like Sydney, you know, she's under the spell of love over here. Anyway, let's continue.
Go hook 'em.
Oh my God, no.
To Austin. All right,
Okay,
how did Glen Powell get into acting? Little movie called Spy Kids 3D, Game Over.
Oh my God, I grew up watching that.
Yeah, Oscar nominated.
This is like crazy. Like it almost feels like an act. Oh my God, I grew up watching that. Like it almost feels like we're watching this girl just completely crush on this guy over here next to her, like in the most cliche ways possible. And if for whatever reason Sydney Sweeney is watching this, which she probably won't, I don't mean this in a negative way at all. I'm not trying to throw any shade. And perhaps this is purely like a friendship thing. And she's just like, I love my friend. He's just the absolute best.
Do you know who I played in Top Gun?
I saw it.
What character did I play?
I saw it twice. I went to the theaters and saw it twice.
What's my call sign?
Hangman.
You're damn right. Why does Glen Powell look familiar?
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Dude, if you want to look up what a girl looks like who's in love with someone, I think this might be the video. And I think he might even have a little bit of a barrier up with the flirting with her. I don't know what he's like behind scenes or off camera, but she's constantly wanting to engage with him with her eye contact a lot and like sincerely connect with him. He's kind of the one that's looking away a little bit more, and that might be because they're on camera and he might be a little bit more aware of how this is coming off to the larger audience. So I feel like he's kind of holding back just a bit.
I'm filming my second movie there this year. It's called Eden. Ron Howard's directing it. And then I filmed Anyone But You. with Glen.
I want to say that our movie is more fun.
It's definitely a little more
but
fun.
Ron Howard is also very cool.
He is really cool. But our movies, it's really fun.
Yeah, she's got like a sort of like a gentleness to the way she communicates. It feels like soft-spoken, gentle, easy to listen to. Like there's a certain gentle charm to Sydney that I'm appreciating here. I think she knows how to be charming. Part of it, I'm sure, is natural, but I think she knows how to kind of make people feel good and make people smile. And there's an innocence about her, in a sense, that I know her character on Euphoria is not innocent, but there's almost like an innocent front at times. Yeah, she's got a real positive, light, natural vibe to the way she communicates.
When we were in the helicopter and you guys were like, hey, is that a normal sound? And because I fly enough to know that it wasn't a normal sound, and I found out
It was not.
we were about to crash.
Yeah.
It was an emergency landing. I would have died in a helicopter accident, and no one would have reported it because I would have died with Sydney Sweeney.
Okay, so he threw a flirtatious remark at her. I think the implication with that remark was Sydney Sweeney's very famous. No one's going to care about me. Everyone's going to care about her.
I would have died in a helicopter accident, and no one would have reported it because I would have died with Sydney Sweeney.
I think she was charmed by that. No surprise there. But yeah, you can see him intentionally throwing out his charm, and there's signs of his flirtatiousness here too. It's just, it's a little bit more subtle. It's not as physical, it's more verbal.
Eye
Eye
color.
color.
Guess. What's my eye color?
You have like blue-green eyes. Blue-green eyes.
Yeah, you're right. Are they blue?
Yeah, you have an out rim of blue and then inner's green.
The things you learn. I thought it was just green.
Yeah, like I know you so well, Glenn, of course. I've stared into your eyes for hours and hours and hours. You've got 74.7% green in the front area of your eye and whatever the 26.3% on the outside of blue. Like, of course, Glenn, I know. I know you so well. I love you, Glenn.
Mom!
Yeah.
Cindy is the best.
Yeah. Mama Powell. She's very popular. I would arguably.
Oh my God, everything. I can't believe how cliche this is. Everything. Like, I know her. I know my Glenn so well that I know his mom's name. Sydney's the best. Like, almost like she's like marking her territory a bit. And again, Sydney Sweeney, if you're for whatever reason watching this, again, this is no hate. You're awesome, and I would date you. I can confidently say that. So this isn't me acting like I'm better than anyone. What am I even fucking saying anymore? All right.
Was Glen Powell in a fraternity? I was.
Of course he was.
Sigma Phi Epsilon, University of Texas.
Latest movie.
Latest movie coming out December 22nd. Anyone But You, starring Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
Guys, like, we're watching just romance in front of our eyes over here. Like, this is love, I think. Why am I singing like that? And he's gotta love this too, right? How can he not love this? She's laughing at all his little jokes. And he's funny, I'm not denying that. She's charming, he's funny, but like she's just laughing at every little thing, and how can you not feel good about that?
You don't know how to ice skate?
Well, no, I do, but I can't do what like the crazy tricks and all of that. But I can ice skate. Like I could go down to Central Park and go.
See, this is why Sydney's like really good at everything. Just because you can't do like a triple axel, you don't think, I would say I can ice skate and I can barely stand up.
Yeah, and he's like her hype man in a sense. Like you can see him kind of bigging her up in multiple different ways. Like even the remark about ice skating, like she can't do a triple axel. That's essentially a sign that she's good at everything.
Just because you can't do like a triple axel, you don't think,
He's really sweet to her. He really hypes her up and compliments her through these sort of charming, humorous jokes. And she just finds him the most charming human to ever walk the face of the earth.
I love Armani. I use their Luminous Silk Foundation every day. It's my favorite.
Same. Does Sydney Sweeney fix cars?
Yes, I do. I work on cars. I have
Wow.
a 1969 Bronco.
Yeah, it's sick.
That's really cool.
She's
and then
interesting.
A Real Mustang too, and a couple others.
Yeah, she's a really interesting person. And also, again, like, I like this non-performative element to the way she communicates in the sense that she doesn't try to be extra, it doesn't feel like in any way. She doesn't feel like she needs to give a great response every time. She doesn't seem to be like hard on herself in any way about her response. She's definitely not bragging in any way. Sometimes you'll see with celebrities that they're trying to be humble. And it doesn't feel like that way with Sydney. She's just a humble person. Then you've got Glen here, who knows she's humble and knows that she doesn't sort of big herself up, so he's there to kind of elevate her and prop her up and put her on a pedestal. But it's not in this like overly dramatized way where he's like showering her with compliments. He's doing it with a little bit of wit and charm. So I think that's part of what she's smitten by and part of what she really appreciates. So it feels like they certainly, like on a real level, I'm being real here, they certainly really appreciate each other.
Dealing with that, so I had to turn it to an automatic, and my mom, who's standing in the hallway, will kill me because I did that.
It's also not inconspicuous.
No, that's...
You driving around that, it's like a beacon.
My license plate is, hey Sid.
Not disappearing in that Bronco.
Yeah, and I think part of why she kind of looks over to him a lot when she answers is because you can tell he likes to play with her, and you can tell he likes to get a reaction out of her and likes to charm her. So he's almost like constructing a joke in his head while she's saying something. They've probably gotten to a point where this is embedded in their dynamics. She knows something's probably coming. She knows Glen's working on a joke. He's constructing something in his head. She knows that's happening, so she's looking over almost as in like she's gearing up for him to say something. So I think this is built into their dynamic.
My son Brisket.
We love Brisket.
My newly adopted puppy.
Okay.
He's adorable.
I was kind of
Best
hoping it
decision
was
I've ever made.
a puppy's name, not a child's name.
If you can feel that adorable love
It's
emanating into the room. Glen Powell. Cat bar me.
And like she's really into his stuff as well, be it his mom, his dog, this meme. Like she's really invested in his life, whether it be like the little silly things or the big, important, more significant things. So that's a sign of people who are really close and really into each other as well. Like you can tell they're both really taking an interest in each other's lives. Not only are they taking an interest, they seem to really understand and know each other's lives. They're very much involved in each other's interests. So they seem to really know each other well, but more than know each other well, enjoy being part of all these different aspects in each other's lives. Yeah, these two are super close, and this chemistry is like beyond palpable. Like I'm feeling it from here through a screen. I'm sure if I play this video in the other room, I'll still be able to feel it.
Top Gun workout.
Oh God.
I actually didn't work out. It was just coconut oil. You just lather yourself and things just look better.
Silly Glen. Glen's being silly again. Glen could murder someone and Sydney would be like, Glen's being silly again.
I've learned a lot today
Yeah.
about myself and about Sydney. OG Glen Powell. That's the next Google.
Yeah.
Wow, chemistry is an understatement. These two really like each other. Really like each other. Guys, I hope you loved that as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, as ridiculous as it may have been. Thank you for sticking around. Guys, if you want to watch my uncut reaction and analysis, I include all my uncut reactions on my Patreon page. So if you want to access my Patreon, all you need to do is click on the link below. Other than that, my name is Max. I appreciate you being here, and I will catch you soon. Peace.